Your business has now had this technology in place for 2 years.
Mhm.
What are some of the indicators that you're seeing that confirms you've made the right decision?
Mm. Our level of assessment on resident acuity, um, I have a proxy for that, which is the level of extended care that we supply. We are at the highest levels of extended care that we've ever supplied, meaning that our acuity is as high as it's ever been. Yet our staffing has remained stable since the introduction of Talius. And I know that without Talius, for that level of acuity, our staffing level would have had to increase to be able to provide the level of care required for that acuity. So in terms of efficiency, uh, we didn't need to make any redundancies because we took on a new platform that made time wasteful. Rather, we've been able to retain those staff and have a higher level of care provision and use those hours more effectively.
What do you see as being on your roadmap that you're going to be talking to Talius about to better inform the care service and care delivery so that you continue to meet the changing needs of your residents in the years to come?
Mm. It's all about trust for us. And our families and our residents, they expect transparency from the operator over how mum and dad are being looked after. This really comes back to the Royal Commission into aged care. And I think ever since then, we've all known that the bar was raised. How we go about providing that transparency to date has been snapshot, point in time. It's labour intensive. We need to usually have our care manager make an assessment as to how much time is required to look after one of our residents. And then in our setting, because it is a private aged care model, we bill in accordance with time spent. Talius, to deliver their real-time location service feature, they are tracking where wearables are in our building. Our staff also have a wearable. And I reached out to Graham to ask him, other than telling us at a given point in time dynamically where a resident is, do you actually capture the data of when a staff wearable is in proximity to a resident wearable? And to my amazement, he was already 2 or 3 steps ahead of me. He said, Chris, we do. And I started to see his eyes light up. In fact, he said more than that. Not only do we capture the data, but we've started to visualize the data for you. Would you like to see yours? Of course, I wanted to see ours. So he pulls up for me Yukana's dashboard. It was in beta form, but he said, I want to show it to you. And now I was able to interrogate a particular resident, look at their movements throughout our building. It was telling me whether they were in their room, out for lunch. So in our dining room, this speaks to nutrition. So I can now meaningfully prove to our families, mum or dad, they sit there, they have breakfast, lunch, and dinner. They're not stuck in their bedroom. They come out to activities. But more than that, we were also able to see the amount of contact time that that resident had had with one of our staff, whether that be a clinician, whether that be a cleaner, whether that be a lifestyle worker. Now we've got all of this visibility at our fingertips. And so for me, I'm excited about the future of how Talius is going to help us provide more transparency to our residents and their families.
If you had your time again, are there any learnings that you'd say might have done this differently, might have done that differently?
Don't think there's anything I would have done differently because we're so happy with the result. If anything, what I've tucked away is what would I do again next time? So for the next technological investment, really important to check. Do you have that values alignment with your partner?
Mm.
This has been so successful because we did. And you can do all of your procurement rigor, and it's important to do. You can make sure that you are genuinely going to get that return on investment. Important to do, but ultimately, are you getting into to bed
Mm.
with the partners that that are aligned to your values? That's the learnings that I've taken away.